you said also the system with the builder. Price transparency, because we go line by line item with the clients, so that's a
Oh
huge.
yeah, I remember that meeting.
Yeah.
Like 4 hour meeting.
4 hours meeting. Yeah.
It was about 63 lines, and each line with like 3 different options. So
Right.
imagine, but that's what custom is about. Hello and welcome to another episode of Freedom Builders here at Queen Homes. And we have a very, very special guest today. She's really famous in social media. And obviously you've probably seen her in a lot of her videos as well, because she is our team leader in Queen Homes. Raya, hello Raya, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Yuri Gomez. Thank you so much, and I'm honored today to represent Queen Homes and be here with you.
Of course, of course. So we're going to talk about what are the 5 most important details when building a custom home. Raya obviously takes amazing care of every client, but I think that one of her main specialities, let's say, is custom homes. I think that's what you love the most.
Yeah, I love custom homes, and I want to say about custom homes, it's really custom home or dream home is different for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, definition of custom homes may be different for me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I really start thinking deep, what custom home means for people and dream homes for each person, and maybe different for you than me. It's really about the feeling, how you feel. It's not the most luxurious homes, how you feel inside of the house.
Of course, we get clients that sometimes their custom home, it's a ranch style that is not luxurious or super modern. That's the beautiful thing about custom, right?
Right, yeah.
But before we get into that, I think everybody wants to know, where are you from? How long you've been in the United States? And what's been your career in real estate and in construction?
I love that question. Today, actually, I got to ask this question twice.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
My name Rawya Alrayiis from Iraq. Hello حبيبي. اليوم راح نسوي بالإنجليزي بس أوعدكم نسوي بالعربي مرة ثانية. So I just promised them that we're gonna do this in Arabic one time. So you're gonna have to learn Arabic. A little bit, yeah.
I'm trying.
Yes.
I'm
So
trying.
what do you
She
know?
doesn't teach me much.
What do you know in Arabic?
Flus.
We just know flus, money. But we're working on it.
We're working on it.
I've been in the United States for 15 years now.
Okay.
My background in...
So you got here on 2015?
2012.
2012.
Yes.
2012.
2012.
Okay.
Yeah. I love sales. I think my whole life I've done sales.
Mm-hmm.
But in real estate, it's been 5 years, and in construction, 4 years and a half.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. And you came alone? You came with your family?
I came with my mom and my sister.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and we know your sister, of course.
Yes.
Because
She's famous too.
She's famous too. She's in real estate now.
Yeah.
Hello, Ramia. Actually, I'm curious about this. Raya, Ramia, does it mean in Arabic anything similar? Because obviously they both sound very similar.
So, Rawya means a storyteller.
Really? I didn't know
Yes.
that.
And Ramya means the person that aim for the goal.
Wow.
Ramya. So it's basically the one that basically score or aim for the goal.
Oh, wow.
So both are very powerful names that my
Yes.
mom, rest in peace, she chose for us.
Uh-huh.
But both of us have different personalities, but same goals.
And why do you think your mom called you storyteller? What do you think was the origin for that?
I think she always knows that I
Tell
tell
stories.
stories, and not only stories, like just to say stories, it's stories with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to, as soon as I leave the school, I spend with my mom hours in the kitchen telling her stories. So my mom knows all the stories from school, like basically small chisma or gossip,
Mm-hmm.
but it helped me develop telling stories and teaching as well
Mm-hmm.
throughout my career. as well.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. So I do gotta say, I mean, Raya is just, her customer service is exceptional with clients, and I think that's why she has excelled so much in custom homes here at Queen Homes. So that's why I think it was, a perfect time to invite her, because she's an expert on custom, on what are the main, the most important things when you're building a custom home, because it's totally different than going to Lennar and buying a home, right?
Right, absolutely. It's completely different.
Yeah.
Building a home, it's decision making emotionally and financially, and that's something that stay with people for very long years or for the rest of their life, because some people, they want the forever home. So it's a huge, so there's a lot of details.
So before we get into the technicalities, there's something really key that you said, that it's very emotional. We have, for example, this beautiful couple that has certain limitations physically, and we were able to design, it was an honor for us to design something specifically for them. But it was very, I think, emotional for them to be able to go through that process. What did you learn from that client going through that process of them finally being able to tell a builder, these are my needs, this is what I want to design, I don't care what your plans are, this is the changes that I want?
Really, what's important, it's listening to them and what they're really looking for. And as a sales team leader and working for a builder, representing a builder, it really gives me also the answers why I'm here, like why we're doing the things that we do for our clients, because clients, they can go anywhere else, but we're designing something specifically for them. So every time they go through that emotion, that I have to make sure that I'm listening to them and I'm communicating with them, and then I overcome what's coming next. So it's a lot, but it's made me so happy the other day when they came and they were so happy.
And something that I learned actually on this last time that because we've had many meetings designing the home, you went with them to choose all their cabinetry, right, all their tops. You went with them to choose all their alarm systems, all that stuff. It's a beautiful process. But I always thought, that the husband, obviously there has a lot of, things that he needs to be taken care of, was very special for him. But I learned that the wife also had that dream since she was a little girl, she said.
Yes, yeah.
And I was really surprised.
I remember the first time that I met with them, and I actually met with their parents in the beginning. And then the parents, they were telling me about how important this for them. This family, they moved from a different state. Finally, they want to be closer to their parents, which they're so excited to get closer to their parents. And then the parents, they were doing their best to find the right builder. So it took a lot of time.
And for some reason, they couldn't find us.
They couldn't find us, yeah.
I don't know. We're everywhere, but yeah.
So that dreams, the client that she already shared, and she was always telling her parents, that's why the parents, they did such a great job, and they found us. They're the one that actually met with us 3 times before we meet the client themselves. But we were with them for, I would say, 6 months, 6 to 7 months before they moved. They had to sell their home in other state, cash out the money, then doing all the steps in order to be where we are today.
Yeah, I think
it's a lot of patience.
We were about 3 months of designing and shopping. Then once we locked down the plans, then we had to bid it, of course. Once we signed contract, then it took us about 2 months to close.
Yes,
right?
yeah, 2 months.
Because we had to get HOA approval, which was a lot of fun. We had to get county approval. We had to get it appraised. And so it's, I think, the husband told me, Yuri, this is an emotional roller coaster, and you have to be prepared for that, because it's something that we are creating from nothing.
Right.
And that's something that people don't understand. When you go to Pulte or Lennar, any of these builders, major national builders, and you go see that model, they started working there 3 years ago. Now you go walking in seeing the model. So, but they had to do all that planning. They had to do all of that you don't see. So sometimes people getting impatient on that. So, okay, awesome. So, and I want to ask you these 5 things that I think that we've identified based on the client, the most important things. I think one of the things that clients always tell us, and it was the case with them, the first thing that they said was, what is going to be my budget and what are the contingencies on that budget, right? Because when you go buy a home that is already built, that's a home, you look at it, you like it, you don't, that's the price. But when you're building custom, the price is a moving target, right? So what would you tell clients when they are thinking of that number one thing, which is the budget and the contingencies on that budget when they're designing that home?
What I see the most, like the common things that happen, and the biggest mistake I would say, people want, especially they build their first custom home, the first time they're building their custom homes, they look at pictures, they look at nice things, they see pictures from Google, Pinterest, all the things from the outside, but not really understanding budget exactly. So I always tell the client and guide the clients, the home itself, building a home itself, is just a budget for the home, but you really have to look for the total projects. You have to think and see it as a project, not only just the home itself.
Of course, of course. And as far as the budget, how do you answer when these clients ask you, right? Okay, so I'm building 5,000 square feet. How much is it? Right? Everybody asks that without us even having plans, right?
Right.
So what is your approach for them to understand what does it take on the process?
The most important things to start with, and I get that question a lot. I want to build 4 bedrooms. I want to know the price.
How much?
And not knowing the budget. The real budget start from finding the building power. How much that you're qualified for. Even if you're building cash, even if you have unlimited money, the process of building is very, very emotional. And the last thing the client that should avoid is to go through financial stress throughout the process, because it's emotion and financial together. And if they do together, a lot of clients, they build and halfway they cannot be done because it's a lot of emotion and financial stress together. So the most important is to find out up to how much and what is your budget exactly on this particular project.
So I think then the recommendation you're saying is to start with the goal, right? The end goal, and then work the home to that goal.
Exactly, kind of backwards.
Kind of backwards.
Kind of backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's very valid, because a lot of times we get a client comes in, they already pay $25,000 for plans. Beautiful home. And then when we price it, it's double of what they can afford.
Right. Yeah.
So they started backwards.
Right. Yeah.
And now they actually got to go and they got to pay another $10,000 to fix those plans to fit whatever they wanted to spend.
Exactly. So finding the building power and then designing. After designing and we have full final plans from the architect, then we're going to be able to price the project for the client. So the client, they will know where they at and how much they're spending and what is the budget, because the project is divided into pieces. So first you have the total project budget. Then we're going to have a lot budget. We want to know up to how much the lot that has to be. Then construction budget. And we need to know land development, if land development needed. So all these things, it fit in with one project. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Beautiful. So most important things when you're building a custom home, number 2, I think, is lot selection. That is the other thing that also I think a lot of people get very nervous. I would say maybe 20% of the people may already have a lot that they want to build in. Like it's happening right now with one that we're about to close now to start construction. We just got the permits actually for demolition of an old home that was there and to vacate the old septic that was there. And we finally got we got the letter from Duke Energy that they officially cut the lines, because for you to get a permit, you got to cut the lines of everything that was going to that, because if not, you start removing stuff and things can caught on fire. So we were waiting for Duke to go cut the lines, and now we can take the septic and that out. But in that case, they already have the lot. Now, if they don't have the lot, what would you tell them is, the rule of thumb when they're looking for lot selection to build their custom home?
Lot selection is very, very important and crucial, because I want to say one thing. The most cheapest lot can be the most expensive project.
Oh, yes.
Because if you see a lot that for $50,000, most likely you're gonna have to spend a lot of money to make that lot buildable. So it's very important to find the right lot, and then at Queen Homes, actually, we recommend the due diligence. The due diligence will really tell and divide a report into sections. If the lot buildable, if there is a wetland, environmental, what legally we can build, setbacks, all the things that we need to know before actually purchasing the lot and closing on the lot. Because that way we can save money for the client if the lot not buildable, and also if they close in that lot and they're gonna need to pay a lot of money, it's not investment anymore. For them, it's gonna cost them way too much more money than what they expected, and they might not have the budget for.
Mhm. So the lot determines a lot based on the budget, because if you're saying, okay, I want to spend $2 million, right? And I want to be in the water in Dr. Phillips. Well, there's a million and a half already out of the 2 million.
Yes.
So I gotta build you a little house on that very expensive
Correct.
lot. So the lot really determines kind of how much house you can have, right?
Correct. So because setbacks and all the important things that we do prior closing on the lot to make sure what the client buying, he's gonna actually be able to build what he's looking for.
And how do you protect the client? Let's say you have a client, custom home. We have their, let's say the budget approved with a bank for $1.5 million, right? And they're you're starting to put offers on the lots. How do you protect the client when they're putting a contract on a lot while we do the due diligence?
Yeah, very simple. So when we put an offer on lots, we put due diligence period. The due diligence, it's another word for just similar to inspection when we put an
When it's a
offer
house.
for a house. But that's the due diligence. It's the inspection for the lot. So we do normally between 30 to 45 days. And we recommend for them to work with the planner, which we have one of the amazing planner that they can do the right work to make sure if that lot buildable or what the lot can be done, what can be done for the lot. So that way I can protect them with that period of due diligence. If the report comes back that they're not going to be able to build or doesn't work for what they're looking for, that way we can cancel and protect their deposit. Or if the things that needed to be done, for example, if split needs to be done or wetlands determination we need, so we can actually advise the client in every step before they close the lot. That way we can protect them.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that the worst thing that anybody can do is buy a lot without a builder. We see so many problems when people come already with the lot and they want to build something and they just can't be done.
And one more thing also I want to add to the lot. Also, there is big lots, maybe an acre lot, but it's only 20 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there you cannot enter the lot. How are you going to enter?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to know the width and then the depth of the lot.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes lots they don't have access. They can be in Dr. Ferris, but they don't have access. So all these things that we need to look at before closing on the lot.
Or like this client that we had one of our concierges, Sarah. This client is from New York, and they're used to buying in New York that if you buy 2 acres, you have 2 acres, right?
2 acres of building.
Of building or two, yeah, exactly. And here, they want to be on the water, and every lot, it says 4 acres and a half, but 3 of the acres are in the water.
Yeah.
So you really can only use an acre, and he can't wrap his head around that.
Right.
He's like, I'm paying for 5 acres, I can only use 1. Well, you want to be in the water, that's how it is.
And a lot of times it's not about how big the lot is. Like really, it's about the use. If you can use it to what you're looking for, that's what makes the lot, buildable and worth it. Let's put it this way.
Correct. I think the lot is super, super crucial when you are looking at building a custom home. And if you already have a lot and you don't know what could be built, we obviously have that due diligence, like Rawya says, that we can actually make sure that that we can tell you what is the best use of that land. Okay. So number three things most important when you're thinking of building a custom home is, when do you lock in your design? How many revisions we have with that that client that had that lot already over there? We're not gonna say their name, but just say their revisions.
About 37 revisions.
37 revisions of the plans.
Yep.
We have amazing architects that they're very patient, and because it's a custom home, you want to get it right. You want to, have every detail. And then when we were done with the architectural, then added a pickleball court, and we added a dock and a pool and landscaping design and lighting and alarm, camera, sound. I mean, the house is going to be amazing, but 37 revisions. So what will you tell somebody says, Rawya, how long is it going to take me to design this? And when do I know that it's done?
I really tell my clients to take their time on design and before they finalize. Why? Because we really also in Queen Homes, we guide the clients and we educate them, especially in major things, like big things, when they design. Like, for example, kitchen layout, the big things that you cannot change after. Because those things that can be also stressful. And not only that, in the future, also, it's very hard to change. Or if you change, it's going to be very costly. So a lot of clients also, when they build a custom home, they look at finishes, fixtures, backsplashes, the stone, but they don't really look at it from, the technical or for the future. How is it going to be in the future? So it's very important to take the time before construction start.
Oh yeah.
Because with any change of order, it's going to delay the process of the construction,
And it's
and
gonna
it's going to
cost
cost
more
more money. And then they might not be happy. They might not be happy after they live in. So it's important to go to the details of the important things, like the layout and all these important finishes. You can always change after. So it won't be a deal breaker. I know, and especially with custom homes, and we're one of them, because where I came from, we love beautiful things. We love high ceilings. We love stones,
I've been
marble.
to the Middle East, man.
Yeah.
You guys don't build anything little. Everything's like 50 feet high.
50 feet,
A
yes.
dining room is like 900, 2,000 square feet.
A lot of glass. So what really important, like, this is where we came from, and then we love to see beautiful things, but at the same time, it's really important to make sure that they're choosing the right layout that they will be happy with, because it will be hard to change.
Yeah. And if you want to know how it feels, you remember what they did?
Yes. So the 3D, it's with the VR, where they can walk into
Virtual
each
reality.
room, virtual reality. And then the beautiful thing, I go with the clients in every meeting, even like we work with our vendors when it comes to the virtual reality, so they can go in each room before they finalize the floor plan, the design, so they can feel each room, the size and everything. Yeah.
So that's the nice thing about it, is that now we have the technology that we can send the full plans to them, and they can virtual reality walk the home.
Yeah.
And feel it. Okay, this is how I'm gonna turn when I go to the kitchen. If I open the pantry, all that stuff. So that's something obviously that we didn't have. Even I think 5 years ago we didn't have that.
Right.
We have renderings, but not a virtual reality to walk a house.
Yes, and it's totally worth it. I really recommend that investment, because it helps them finalize the design and also go to the next step. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So really, like, it's sometimes luxury. It's not about the way how it looks. It's about how it's going to last for the future as well. It's really important, because luxury sometimes is the things you've often never seen, and instead of just looking at nice finishes.
And I think it's the how can I put it, is the quality of your life and how you design to enjoy your home.
Yes. Custom homes, it's more of the feeling. What are you trying to experience when you're inside of the home? Each section or each room gives you different feelings. There's rooms where it connects the family together, where they communicate. Other room maybe gives you inspiration or relaxation.
Like they put a coffee bar, right? Because they wanted to have that experience of not having to go to the kitchen, and near the room have a not a coffee pot. Anybody can have a coffee pot, a full coffee bar with all the, coffee machines and everything high end. And that's what it's about.
I would definitely do that in my house. The coffee bar, for sure.
I know, yeah. You probably have the coffee bar ladies there.
We love coffee. We
Yes.
love coffee. So every type of coffee is going to be there.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We call it a coffee house.
Yes.
Beautiful. So we found the lot. We locked the design. Now a lot of people actually do that even on their own. We're finding people that come in already. Hey, I already bought the lot, and here's my plans. Build it. And then we kind of have to, start from that point, which is okay. We can do that. What would you say, if you were not in this business, you've also obviously met a lot of builders, you sold a lot of homes besides Queen Homes. What would you tell a client on how do you vet a builder? I think that's the number 4 thing that is one of the most important things when you're building a custom home. What do you need to look for on a builder to understand, maybe in paperwork, maybe on the team, that you're going to have a good experience, that they're going to deliver what you want?
I think that one should be number one.
Okay.
Because
it should be
it
start at
should
the
be,
beginning,
yeah.
then lot, then design. Yes.
Because a lot of clients, they ask how much, and then how much is gonna cost, and then what finishes that I'm gonna get. Okay, but I think it's very important and also crucial to ask, what is your building process looks like, and also important, how is your communication throughout the process, because building a custom home, it's not a transaction. It's a relationship, and it's a long relationship. So I would say ask the right questions for the clients to ask the builders. How is the process? How is your communication looks like? For example, in Queen Homes, we actually guarantee 48 hours clear communication with our client. And not only that, our client, they have access to a portal called Builder Trend. So they can log in, see pictures, live videos, so they can, through that portal, they can ask questions for operational and the GC. So that way, that's why we guarantee 48 hours clear communication. That's the questions. I think also really important to see client testimonials, reviews, past projects as well. And I think that's supposed to be in every builder before anything else.
One of the comments that this client said, that we're starting that custom home, that other custom home, that they loved that in the process, even though they engaged an architect, that one of the ones that we recommend, we normally give 2, 3 for them to choose from, that we were involved, very involved on the design. So the architects who send revisions, and I think we had 3 meetings with myself and our GC, looking at it for the point of view of the construction. Because architects, by the way, they're amazing artists, and they know, obviously, how to put together a home, a beautiful home, but they are, to a point, artists. So sometimes they can get carried away a little bit with certain things. And in the construction side, sometimes we can also save them money, still look the same, but if we move this here or this there. So we were very involved, and I think that's super important, because it gave the confidence to the client that not only we're drawing something nice, but that we're making it efficient on the construction side.
Right.
I think Brett was, very involved with them on every part of everything, even on the dock and the pool, and how the pool is gonna flow to the, to the back of the house, and the elevations. It's so many details.
Right. I also would say, like, especially here in Queen Homes, because, I work for Queen Homes, we just not only build a home for the client, we build trust and communication throughout the process to make it a lot easier for them.
Absolutely. So, all right. So we vetted the builder, chose the lot, we get the design. Number 5 of the most important things: systems and finishes. That's another question that I get all the time. Okay, I like the price, I like the design. How do I know that you're gonna deliver what this beautiful picture says?
Right.
A lot of people don't have the trust. They come from other countries. I have some people from South America. I'm talking to one actually right now that we're starting the process of the design, and he says, listen, in my country, they give me all these beautiful papers you give me, but I've built 2 houses, and at the end they tell me, hey, we couldn't do that, we do this. And they gave it to me, and I have to accept it because I have to move in. So, that's super important. What would you recommend to that client to make sure that they're getting those finishes that they're thinking, and not only the finishes, but also the systems of the house, such as the alarm system, the video, the audio, the AC, all that stuff?
Also, I see a lot of clients, they only focus on the finishes, but they don't focus on the things that you don't see. Okay. And I think the system is important. For example, one of the things that clients, they're supposed to focus on, like real important things like installation. What type of installation? Like for in Queen Homes, we do foam installation, and that's energy efficient. The AC system, roofing system, the alarm, the sound system, also all the low voltage that's going to be pre-wired before construction. Because once we get to framing, it will be so hard to go back to the beginning. So those questions, it's important. Then finishes comes, and you said also the system with the builder. Price is transparency, because we go line by line item with the clients. So that's a huge.
Oh yeah, I remember that meeting.
Yeah.
It was like 4-hour meeting.
4 hours meeting. Yeah.
It was about 63 lines, and each line with like 3 different options. So
Right.
imagine, but that's what custom is about. You know, they wanted to see, for example, on the roof, what's the price on shingle? What's the price on metal? What's the price on floor tile? On tile roof. You know, and we had each one of them, and they decide. At the end of the day, they are in control, right?
Because that's their home and that's their financial. They were discussing the couple together, but what we do and what's important to really show the client the details. It's line by line item and the price transparency. In the contract, and also another thing with the system, I think also client, they should ask the builders, is this final cost? Is it fixed or cost and plus? Because you can say, I'm going to build your home for $100 per square feet or 200. I'm just giving an example, but they're going to add as more as when they go throughout the process. In Queen Homes, we have fixed price. So when the client signs on a contract, that's the price that they're going to actually close on. So it gives them more guarantee and less stress, and the warranty as well. That's another system, another important things that we provide. The warranty is the 210 home warranty and the clear communication for 8 hours. So that's really important. And then also really like go back to the client, especially there is construction things happen, can be delays or things that we have to go back and repeat and fix. So really communicate with the client and give them that updates weekly.
I think the client likes that, like when we started with this other custom home now that we already closed, they love the Gantt chart, right? So in there, you know, it's set in there, the day that we're starting, we're breaking ground, something beautiful that they want to do, the day that we're actually pouring, they want to have a prayer there and something like that, and it's going to be great. But then they know exactly where each thing is going and how each thing changes other. So it's a live calendar, construction calendar, and they're able to see there. And if something got delayed 3 days, everything moves accordingly. Or if it got earlier, everything moves. And they have actually a date of completion,
Right.
which is November. So that's great. Anything else that you want to add besides the 5 things that we've talked about that you think would be key, that maybe, you know, in your experience, that it's important when a couple is looking to finally build a custom home? Because people that build custom homes, most of the time, they've already have 2-3 houses. This is not their first home. Could happen, but not always. So they work for so long, now they can build what they want to build, where they want to build it. What's one last thing that you would tell them to keep in mind?
I would say a lot of people, they build custom home, they take time, between 6 months to a year, sometimes 2 years. They have the idea, but they never start the step. Taking the first step really to get educated, start interviewing builders, so to get more information and consume more information about how this process works, and then from there to decide based on what each builder does going to give them when it comes to the process, the guarantee, the warranty, and then the clear communication.
Absolutely. And to finish, so I did not know your name was Storyteller, so I want you to tell us what maybe one of the stories that more impacted you of a client that you've worked with. Doesn't have to be a custom home, it could be any client that you had. Tell us a story.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
See, I got to surprise you with something.
Yes, I know. I mean, most of my clients, they impact me. I really live their stories. But it was really one of the recent clients. They wanted to upsize. They want to live in a bigger house, and the completion date for their house was the time where the wife given birth.
Oh my goodness
So it
gracious.
was a lot of stress for her and for him, and they did not know when is the delivery date, like exactly.
Or either the delivery date of the house or the baby.
Yes. So
They're both moving targets.
So we got delivery date for the house April 30th, supposed to be, and then she's supposed to give birth in May 8th.
Oh my God.
So there is time, but then they came back to us. They said actually the closing going to be in May 8th, the time of the delivery, and that time, actually May 12th. So then
when she's already in the hospital.
yeah, so the client felt super overwhelming because they're like, I don't know what to do. He's here, doesn't have a family, his family back home, so it's a lot of stress for them. And they have a little daughter, 2 years and a half. She's in love with me. I love her. She's so adorable. And then they're gonna have another beautiful baby. So they did not want to close, or they wanted to delay on the closing, but we don't have dates. So, I had to listen to them, and then I spoke to the builder, and then we were just with them. And we said, if she's going to be in the hospital, then we switch the date. But if not, then we keep it. So the client closed in the house. They couldn't move because they don't know when the wife given birth. And then I kept hearing them, the stress on her, like being alone. And I said, what's going to happen? The day that she's in the hospital, I will go with her. I never gave birth, but I will go with her.
Breathe.
I will go with her. I will be there. So when the client heard that, like, he just felt so comfortable. He's like, seriously, you're gonna be with us? And then I cannot believe it. And the little daughter, she loves me. Like, that's the only person that she goes to, me. So I said, I will do my best. They're in Clearwater. I just received the picture today. She gave birth this morning.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful baby.
Wow.
Yeah, so it really impacted me because I really put myself in their situation.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, both things are huge and complicated.
I'm involved in both.
And both deliveries. And both deliveries.
So really impacted me.
So she delivered today in the house?
It closed already on the 12th of May. But, they told her May 8th, but she didn't give birth then until almost a month after.
A month after.
So imagine the stress and imagine all of this.
And did they move already, or they left it till after birth?
They left it till after birth.
Yeah. I think that's
because it was
smart.
a lot of going on.
Okay.
So it really impacted me. But it's just a beautiful thing to see, be there for our clients and hear them in every little detail.
Absolutely. And you see, that's why they call her the storyteller.
Yeah.
That's why they call her Rawya. So that's a beautiful story, Rawya. Thank you very much. I think that we need to do another podcast on just stories of clients. That would be amazing.
Let's do that.
We have stories. I have some crazy stories too with clients. Yeah. And as we go, what would be great, maybe as these new clients also build their custom homes, maybe we can create stories with them.
I would love that.
Of the whole story and document the whole process. So thank you very much for telling us that story and for everything that you do with Queen Homes. You're a rock star. You're doing amazing. And now you know her. If definitely you're thinking of building a custom home, she could be one of the ones taking care of you personally. If you're pregnant, she will be there in the hospital with you.
Or bring the doctor to you.
Or bring the doctor to you and help you. So again, thank you very much for watching Freedom Builders with Queen Homes. Take care.